Surprise you.
Alright, just wait a minute. Guess we can start walking. Oh, right off the bat, a gopher tortoise. And he already went back down his hole. So we are at the Lakeland Highlands scrub today here in southern Polk County. Home to one of the largest populations of gopher tortoises in the region. And if you saw him before he dove down his hole, he hissed at us and dove down in. But there's plenty more where that came from. So let me I'll zoom in on this little hole. You can just see it right there. But yeah, he hissed at us right from the get-go and dove down into his hole. So that's a good start. This wasn't the initial plan to come here today, but everything else right now is completely packed full of people. There's the backside of a gopher tortoise hole right there. So everything on the left side of the fence is owned by the Mosaic Mine Company. They own everything on that side of the fence. What we're on right now is county land. Some strange animal feces on the other side of the fence too. Not sure what that is. It's quite large. But I can almost guarantee you we will see more gopher tortoises. We've actually did a couple of videos on this place in the past that are here on the channel. But this is our first time going live at this place. Oh, there's another gopher tortoise hole. He just, as soon as he sees me, he went down in. Let's see. You guys see him there? See the tip of his head? Let's see if I can get a little closer and he won't maybe dive. Nope. As soon as I get close, he goes back into his little hole. That's okay. Surely we'll come across some that aren't quite as shy. Oh, what is that? And there's squirrels popping around up above us. Another hole. Ooh. I hear something big. Huh. Let's see if I can. Oh, Amazon. Right there. Amazon 767. Ooh, listen to that. You guys hear that engine reverser? Whew. Gotta love a big old 767. There's another hole. That one, I can't tell if it's been lived in recently or not. So yeah, one thing too, if you guys come across this, don't walk on the sand that's directly in front, because that's actually where they will lay their eggs. So you could actually be crushing, you know, their babies whenever you do that. So yeah, if you do approach their nest, approach from the side. It's like some cow manure or something. Looks like another one, maybe a small one. There's another big den. Yeah, this place is completely loaded. A lot of them will stay on the other side of the fence because they know humans will not be traversing on that side. Man, look at the size of this one. This one's massive. So this is a fresh one too. You can tell by the sand. It's all completely fresh. So this must be a really big gopher tortoise. They can get quite large. So she actually may have just laid eggs right here. The fact that it's so fresh and undisturbed. You can probably hear Amtrak off in the distance. Like this was a den at one point, still may be. We're gopher tortoises, but there is, you know, bobcats and some other things in here. Now, this place does connect, a long way connected, to the 7 wetlands along that today. But it was so crazy. There are some people ahead of us, so hopefully they'll keep their distance. Phone doesn't overheat. It's another nice den. A little bit of a smaller one. Here's something on the other side of the fence. I can't tell what it is. It's probably been at least a year since we've been here. We just don't come out to this end very often. And actually the now derelict railroad tracks will come up right to the edge of that grass. Goes down to the mine. The other far end of it is still active. So we're gonna go ahead and turn down this way, which I call Gopher Tortoise Alley. Now we'll be watching on both sides because there is dens, I mean, everywhere. Right there, for example. Most of them will this is the another big one. Top of the hill. That's a nice one. Some may not be home right now either. Yeah, I mean, they are just everywhere. And there's another one right there. Nice one, right? This one is. Now these things can go up to like 10-12 feet underground. Nice one up top there. That's a big one. It's a really big nest. Most of them probably are home or they're out feeding right now. I know the camera kind of doesn't really do the dens justice. There's one right there too. So let's I want to pull my still camera off my shoulder real quick. Let's I'm gonna take a peek down this long straight stretch. Just to make sure. I don't see anything. Just want to make sure there's no like bobcats or anything staring at us from a distance. I'm up here and get on the little boardwalk. I don't know how long this stream will be. probably at least an hour, give or take. Another den, a smaller one. And kind of goes sloping straight down. And it's about, I don't know, 74 degrees here in South Lakeland today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, get on the boardwalk. I don't know how high the water will be in here today. See, a little warning sign. So just little friendly reminders. Keep your pets on a leash or don't bring them to places like this at all. So depending on the time of the year, the water will be clear up in here. And of course we're in Florida, so where there's water, what does that mean? Anybody know? Give you a second to think about it. Means there's a chance there's an alligator in it, right? Or at the minimum, a big turtle. Starting to get a little wet now, almost like a bog. So one thing we'll look for too, on this boardwalk at least, is snakes. Always got to watch for snakes. It's a pretty view. I do see a nest in the distance here. Let's see here. That one right there, there's a nest. Let's get our zoom camera here. Doesn't look like anybody home at the moment. Can't tell if it's a eagle nest. Kind of looks like it might be one. That's what I'm thinking it is. Ospreys, for the most part, tend to perch their nests on top of like light poles and things like that, not necessarily top of trees. Yeah, it's starting to get wet now. I heard something. I did. So there is something coming through here. You guys can see, the camera focuses on my hand, but you know, the path where stuff is, you know, walking. Could be, could be gators, could be pigs, deer. Oop, I think I see some turtles. Maybe. Maybe. Can't tell yet. Yeah, I think I see a turtle. I have seen snakes in here too, so we gotta really be mindful. Thought I saw a turtle. Leaves. They're reflecting. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I thought I saw a turtle shell shining, but I guess not. Oh, but I see it on the camera. I do see a turtle though. Now. See him right there? Here's a turtle. It's a small one. He's just looking up at me. That's the thing here, stuff could be looking right at you and you don't even know. Keep searching. And how deep this water is, I have not the faintest clue. Take a look around. And it might be fairly deep. Let's watch for snakes up here around this little gazebo. Snakes and or anything else that might be in here. Yeah, you can tell right here this water is really deep. And it just kind of drops off into the abyss. Camera's trying to get a little shaky. Oops, that didn't help it. Yeah, standing here for a minute, the camera is like roasting hot. I don't want you guys to overheat. Like, unfortunately with phone cameras and trying to push this stream in the quality that I want, it overheats really quickly. I saw something shiny. I think it's turtles. Yeah, I think I did actually see some turtles. I do. Shh. Let's be very, very quiet. Let's look at a distance. Can I see? Yeah, there's some turtles right there. They got their legs sprawled out. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Maybe they won't run. Those are some big turtles. Yeah, look how big those guys are. turtles, especially that one. He's huge. He may not run. Look at the size of him. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy. Focus on him. He's got his friend here with him. Very cool. So you guys are seeing tortoises and turtles on this stream. Oh. All right. See if there's anything over here. I'm not seeing anything. Now up here's where I've had snake encounters in the past. One more look back at our turtle friends. Y'all seem to really like turtles on this channel. So we'll look back at him and his friend one more time. You can see the back legs kicked out. Enjoying that warm Florida sunshine. All right. Let's look back across. Take a peek. So we are going to look for snakes right here. I've had a couple of them that scare me in the past. And we will continue that way here in a moment. Let's go right here and check this water. Make sure there's nothing down here. There's another little pond right here on the side. We are really watching our step and being careful. Something is coming in and out right here. You see a worn path. I don't believe there's any gators even in the big pond over here. But there's always a possibility. Another good worn track there, and it goes right in there. I mean, honestly, it could be virtually anything down here. I mean, it's Florida for that matter. Anything and everything. I said this is a scrub. And stuff along those lines. I mean, there's some cacti within this place too. So we're just gonna walk back over and reconnect to where we were. Now, I bet if you wanted a snake, you could go right up in here, and I bet you'd find a snake. Because they love these piles of like dead fallen trees. My big fear right here would be the rattlesnakes. It's kind of like watching the top of these tree limbs, logs, since it was pretty cold last night. They could be out here sunning. Not seeing anything, not hearing any rattles. The end of 2022, I did almost step on a rattlesnake over in Davenport. storm was coming, walking along. The kind of rattlesnake that it was does not rattle its tail when it feels threatened. It will just strike you. So I got lucky and I didn't step on it. Because I looked down, it was probably less than 2 feet away from my ankle at the time. And what do you do in that situation? You back up, stop, give it space, make sure it has a way out, and you let him, make the escape. So now we're gonna break out into the sand. Woo! It's gonna blind the camera. All kinds of critter tracks. You can go that back towards the fence. That goes further that way. I see something dark laying up here. I don't know if it's tree debris or what. I'll come here and take a look. You want to know what it feels like to be on a desert? Just come here. Kicking the sand along. I think it's just tree debris. But you always want to double check. Yeah, it's just tree debris. Considering the amount of cars that are in the parking lot, really not seeing that many people. Back in here. Let's see. Right there. Almost looks like that's a snake trail. I'm aware this is not a because even in the scrub, I mean, stuff could be hiding literally just a couple feet. Try to get you guys back out of the sunshine so the camera will cool its temperature down. Right now I could probably cook bacon and eggs on it. Sand is pretty thick. And we're carrying our backpack today with some of our typical gear that we would carry on longer hikes. Extra clothes, fire starter in case if you would end up, something would happen to you and you had to spend the night out here. Poncho, first aid kit, utility tool. Because you should always go out prepared. Because if you fell and got hurt, it would take a fair bit for help to come get you, even though we are within cell phone range. But it's hot and sunny out. Can't be too careful. Let's look back behind us. So we stand in the shade here for a moment. Trying to get this camera's core temperature down a little bit. All that Spanish moss. It's pretty though. It's a pretty shot. I'm end up using that as a thumbnail photo. Another fallen tree. Gotta kind of watch around these roots. Take you guys with me and show you the trail that would connect you over to the 7 wetlands while we're out here. I forget how far out this trail is to where it connects to that one. Still right now, still in a recovery mode from being injured and horribly sick, so it's just slowly getting, the legs back and the heart rate back to where it should be, and some stamina again for these like longer hikes. As we progress with the recovery, try to do more streams with those along the way. Plus, it saves me the hassle of having to edit anything afterwards. For notifications. Okay. I'm sure if you came here early in the morning or late in the evening, your chances of seeing other wildlife would probably be a lot higher. But with how the weather's been, you're only getting about 1 day a week that if you're not working and it's not raining. Like tomorrow, it's supposed to be just complete washout once again. Which is what it looks like, what's on store for tomorrow. So as of right now, Saturdays are it. But don't be surprised if you do see it pop up at a live stream on a weekday, hopefully in the next couple weeks. Popular nature places. I swore I looked over my shoulder and there was somebody not that far back there. And now, look over my shoulder again and they're gone. Huh. Okay. Keep our wits about us. I mean, it's a perfectly safe place. I mean, I may have just saw a tree branch move, something like that. Another trail. So most of these trails aren't marked either, so a lot of it is just you kind of seeing where the clearings are and just kind of going from there. That way, I don't know where it goes, but that's not really the direction I was intending to go anyway. There's plenty around here. Yeah, look at the scrub. That is Florida scrub as you can get. What do we got here? Huh. The strange sunken in area. I would say maybe this was a a den at one point, and it collapsed on itself over the years or something. It just seems like it's a weird indentation, and for that matter there could be possibly even a cave under the ground here, and that's like where it rains, the water's going into the ground through that. And it is not uncommon in Florida to have caves, believe it or not. That's actually not in the ocean. And we've actually did a couple of those up in Citrus County. You can actually look back through our videos and you'd see them as well. At a distance, I thought that stick was a snake. I got snakes on the mind today. I guess I really want to see one. Still checking over my shoulder. Haven't seen nothing else yet. That bird. See something really light colored. Tree. I want to take a peek real quick. No, it's a fresh, broken off tree branch. And it's just like you just see a bright white. So make sure chat's turned on. So yeah, if you're just tuning in, we're at the Lakeland Highlands Scrub here in Polk County, just south of Lakeland, heading towards Bartow. Trying to do more of these nature walks, show them to you guys with the weather being a little bit nicer. If any luck, maybe we'll get buzzed by another Amazon plane. Ooh, where'd that air breeze come from all of a sudden? Whew. Feels really good. It was getting quite hot actually. Yeah, 3 people tuning in. Howdy everybody. Happy Saturday afternoon to all of you. You wanted to see some gopher tortoises and turtles. You could probably scroll back earlier in the stream and see some of those. We will revisit at least the gopher tortoise spots later on. Maybe the gopher tortoises won't be quite as shy on the next walkthrough. Four of you. Hello, welcome. Somebody's not that far away with the dog. And we are watching the sand at our feet too. Make sure there's not like some kind of critter footprints that could be interesting to look at. Give you a little bit of information, you know, about what's coming through here. As time goes, I would like to start using some trail cameras to our advantage. Some of these like more remote locations, you know, set up a wildlife cam and, you know, have it, you know, record photos or video over the course of a couple days and come back later and check it and take it home, see what kind of surprises you get. Now let's I think we're almost up to the intersection where the trail is that would lead you to the area where the 7 wetlands are. So I'm trying to keep an eye on our phone battery life too. Man, the phone is roasting hot being out here in the sunshine. I have to come up with some kind of a shade cover for you guys as time goes, as we push into, you know, the summer months, doing the live streams. So make sure you guys don't, you know, overheat on me. Because right now the camera is just sitting in straight sunshine. Little bench. So if you continue to the right, I believe that'll eventually take you back to the main parking lot. And actually here's the sign I was kind of looking for. 7 Wetlands Connector Trail. Yeah, maybe I was right. Maybe I did see somebody, because there's people coming with the dog now. If we can get to the connection, you know, fairly quick, we'll take a peek and show you where the 7 Wetlands connects at. Now I've seen the entrance from the other side. Not really seen it from this end. So we're gonna try that real quick if the phone doesn't completely overheat, which is my fear at the moment. If you are watching for the first time, please consider subscribing to the channel. Give the video a like. You know, all free things you can do to help support us. It shows YouTube that I know more people are enjoying our content. Puts it out in front of more eyes. See a line of paw prints. I'm assuming just people's dogs, I hope. Phone is really roasting. So if I do lose you, we'll try to bring the stream back as quick as possible, because I don't know how long the phone will keep going being out here in this straight sunshine. I was kind of hoping to get some of that strong wind back trail marker there says go straight. All right then. So from parking lot to parking lot is 6 miles. So I'm not sure what the total length is. You're just walking it. Man, the sand's getting deep again. Find a shady spot up here. Cool you guys down for a moment. Some shade right here. Yeah, let's get you guys out of that straight sun. Sorry if I sound loud, trying to get some cool air on you. Make sure everything is, good. As we're cooling the camera down, I'm going to check on something here right quick. I'm trying to get us to make sure our stream is doing well. 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 Give me just a moment. All right, sorry about that. Just trying to check the stream on YouTube's side, because we do use a different app that pumps the stream over to YouTube. It allows me to bypass YouTube's little stupid little rules of it won't let you broadcast and 1080 or higher until you hit 1,000 subs, and we're not to that point yet. So using an external program, yeah, allows us to do it that way. So I can always broadcast you guys in 1080p. We can broadcast in higher definition, but obviously it's going to use up the bandwidth a lot more, and it's going to drain this cell phone battery a lot quicker, and of course it'll make the phone overheat more. If it was a chilly, rainy day, we could definitely try for a higher stream quality, but days like today, obviously we're not going to do that. I'm not sure how far up this trail we gotta go. We did bring extra water with us just in case. What's that up here? I think it's just a tree branch. I want to say we're fairly close to the entrance. Weird how this pole's knocked down. A little concerning. Little mushroom. Huh. Oh, this little tiny, little yellow mushroom. Interesting. I don't even know what kind that is. If you know what kind that is, let me know in the comments. Weird sounds. Very, very weird sounds I'm hearing. That's alright though. Bringing you guys with me. Just y'all know where I am, just in case. I truly don't know how far this trail is. Oh man. It was quite a ways apparently. Swore I heard something. Sand down in my shoes. Lovely. There are trains though. The train's almost got to be working the mine off in the distance. It's like, where in the world is the connection? I do not know. But we'll press on. Phone is dropping in battery fairly quickly, but I do have external battery pack for this just in case. That thick stuff. I don't know what we're coming up on here. I swear I hear coyotes. I really don't feel like having to fuss with some coyotes today. Alright, so some tractors or four-wheelers back in here. I don't know which way to go, actually. Whew, man, stuff's deep. There's a signpost here. So, actually, I'm not even sure. Let's look on Google Maps real quick. Wow, we're still a long way from that right now. So we may not actually go all the way to that entrance. We still got at least another almost 2 miles. Yeah, we've still got almost another 1.5 to 2 miles before we even got there. Somebody running, I don't know where he even came from. To be honest, that's a lot further than what I really want to do today. Because I think it's that way. But I really don't feel like going that far. So I wanted to spend some more time on Gopher Tortoise Alley. So, you know what? That's okay. It's all part of the adventure. So if anybody has any comments, questions, anything like that, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. Y'all seem to really enjoy those as well. You know, from somewhere here in Polk County to, you know, the other side of Orlando towards, you know, Sanford, something like that. Depending on the traffic, that'd probably be a really long stream. But we could do something like that someday. The only way we could probably do that on a weekday is if I'm working and you know, set the camera up in a car, and I'm having to drive and show you guys that way, which isn't out of the realm of possibility. Still can't shake this cough. Had it since Christmas. Kind of hoping getting out here in this warm sunshine and stuff like that will, help my body, recover a little more. Yeah, there's that sign. That's nice. There could be, bobcats. There could be bear. You can't even rule out a panther, even in this area, because they do come up through Polk County quite a bit. Sand is deep. Sand is very deep. Big question I have had from at least friends who've watched our streams is, what's the plans for this year? And truly, I don't really know yet. Some of the ideas I've talked about maybe in the last stream, but it's all going to depend on vacation time and money. That's obviously your big problem. I'd like to do some elaborate things this year, but so I don't know if any of that's even going to happen. It could be a stay in Florida year, or we could travel. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens as we get closer to the better travel season, some more consistent weather, and go from there. I mean, ideally, I would love to go out west and do some explorations out that way. But there's a lot of options to pick from. And sadly, getting there is not even the problem. It's where to go on that end is the big problem. I mean, my dream right now would be to go do like Mount Zion National Park out in the the Southwest, or Mount Washington in New Hampshire. All of those are doable. Just be a flight out there, and then get a rental car on the other side. But we'll explore the options as we get closer to summertime. Whew. Wide open. I forget when they did a last prescribed burn at this place. Hardly any clouds today. That Amazon plane was going to come over. Right to be the perfect time. There's that hair. I'd like to work my way over to the corner where a guy has a farm, because I used to have some beautiful horses that would stand over along the fence. Maybe we'll go try to see if those guys are out. We're an hour and 16 minutes in. Good lizards and birds. Unfortunately, people. What are these people doing? I have no idea what these people are doing. I see tape measures. So, I don't know, guys. It could be anything. So guys, just bear with me for a minute. We'll get past them. I don't know what the hell's going on. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't affect our stream whatsoever. Again, we always try to keep people's faces off the live stream just in case. I know some people get upset if you have the camera facing in their direction. I've seen some of the streamers, especially the ones that do New York City, where people try to fight them if they even feel like there's a camera pointed at them. We've seen that quite a few times. So if you go on these hikes, always be aware of your surroundings. Your gut is always right. Somebody wants someday we can do a trail safety video or something like that. What's bad here, even following that, what I said, here's something. Stuff's so dry here that it, could be a bird, messing around in here. The little knolls jumping from bush to bush. I think it's just a bird. Yeah, it's just a bird. You always got to listen. Because, something could be walking up on you. Say a bobcat, for example. Panther. You don't want to get snuck up on. Now, personally, but I'd like it if a panther came up on us. Absolutely. It would be like a dream come true. More signs, telling you which way to go. Oh yeah, here's the guy's property that has the horses. I don't know if the horses are out today though or not. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. So here's the bottom end of Gopher Tortoise Alley. Just going to take a peek through there with the Canon. Yeah, let's make sure there's nobody or anything down there that could be looking at us. Oh, there's one of the horses. Let's see if it's there today. See him? Go see the horse? There he is. He's beautiful, isn't he? I wish he was down on this end today. But, you know what? That's okay. Aw. He's so pretty, though. I see some other ones over there. So you're right on the edge of the property line. And if you go straight all the way following this fence is what'll bring you back out to the main parking lot. So you got like 3 different directions you can go here. So we'll walk up this way for a minute. Maybe a couple of those horses will come pay us a visit. If not, we'll come back over and up one of the other trails here. I don't know if any of these horses are on this side of the fence. Doesn't appear like they are. Unfortunately, I was hoping they were. We came here the one time. The one was like right on the edge of the fence. He was sticking his head over, you know, saying hi to us. No. Woodland Scrub Ranch. Alright. They're still being watched. He's still looking at us. Look how cute he is. That's the one that was actually at the edge of the fence when we were here a long time ago. It was super friendly. I was hoping he was going to be over in here today. Just because, you know, why not? And who doesn't love beautiful horses? He's so cute. He, she, whichever it is. It's not the trail we're gonna take. Let's see what that notification is. Pizza. Pizza. Alright. Back to our regular scheduled program. Got bit by a bug. Lovely. Might be a, looks like maybe a gopher tortoise den right here. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, there's a nest right here. Oh, he's in there. Ooh, there's the show. there. See? Looks like it's got his butt to us. Oh, which side the head's on? Thinking. Can't tell. So yeah, I didn't mention they are endangered, extremely, just because of you know, habitat loss and everything else that's down here. Mostly the habitat loss. All the development. I'm surprised it didn't turn and dive down into its hole. So we're gonna get back out of there for a moment. Hoping maybe it would show its head. Does not appear that it's going to. So this is like the furthest down that I've seen one of their dens. Alright, so pushing onward. Excuse me. Allergies are wreaking havoc. I don't know if we have one here or not. No, but it's like snake. Yeah, this is not a nest too, by the way. This is not a nest. Appears more like a critter trail. So that's either a tail or a snake. There's it's an old nest. Doesn't appear to be active anymore. You tend to see the baby ones in the spring, which we have had here before. Quite cute whenever they're small. Yeah, they just fit in the palm of your hand whenever they're babies. And I'm not telling you to do that, but that's how big they are. Cardinal. Ow. Something. My ankle. The hell is that? Heard snorting. I've never seen any wild boar in here. I'm not saying there isn't. And there very well could be. Camera's trying to apologize for the camera. It's like I think it's, you know, overheating. The earth is tilted. A little better. And we are going to look at better, you know, cell phone gimbals as time goes. Look back. Nothing back there staring at us. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday, wherever you may be, or even possibly Sunday, depending on where in the world you are. This 70-some degree February day. And if that railroad tie, it's right there, reminds me. If I looked right, I mean, long time ago, the railroad grade actually was this trail. Because, you know, on the other end of the trail where I showed you guys early on in the stream, where the tail end of the railroad tracks are, on the mine side of the property, the railroad tracks used to come through here. That's why this is perfectly flat, open, level. It's because this was the old railroad grade. And I've seen maps somewhere online depicting that, you know, through here and whatnot. So yeah, you were actually walking along the old railroad grade. So I don't know, you know, a time frame when, you know, the tracks were ripped up through here and whatnot. Something you could probably look up on Google somewhere. Or if you know, drop it down in the comments. Walk through a swarm of bugs. That camera does. That gimbal does not want to cooperate right now. Yeah. Camera should be like that, but it's drooping. Down swarms of bugs. As soon as we started getting up here, it's getting facefuls. Hey. Hey. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. protein lunch. They get some wind to knock them down. Holy cow. Gator, but it wasn't. And again, you can't really rule it out though. Now I've seen gators in tiny ponds behind grocery stores. Man, that's all wet and water back in there. Something's coming in and out. You guys can't see the water very good. Right there the water is. Coming in and out. Yeah, that could be just as much as just a simple turtle. So, alright, so here is my proof I needed about wild boar. Don't mind the tractor tread or whatever. See how they dig up? See, it's like all been pushed. There's actually hoof marks in it. So wild boar are traversing, and looks like they're coming in and out of this thicket because there's a track. So they're following that down and in. And it looks like they're continuing over into there. Are they currently here at the moment? Maybe, maybe not. They do cover a lot of ground very, very quickly. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, here's more damage. Right here. This has all been done by boar. They're, an ongoing problem, especially here in the southeast. Driving along I-95, the Florida-Georgia border, I've seen them right on the edge of the highway in the middle of the day. They're pretty hard. Did someone say pork for dinner? Should have put on bug spray today. Didn't. Almost back to the entrance of the boardwalk. I said a 1 hour stream. Apparently I lied. Quickly approaching 2 hours. Some dung of some kind. Look like cat. Back to the boardwalk. We won't go back up through there. Here. Plug in. Okay. Oops. Sorry about that, guys. We get our external battery pack hooked up. I apologize about that. Getting a little low on sulfan and juice at the moment. We're getting down into the 20s range. Make sure I don't lose you guys. Let's take a peek at this hole. He may be down in there. Yeah, it's a fairly fresh in the hole. You see where he's been coming in and out. If you get here early enough, they're usually, bebopping back and forth along the trail. But we're kind of jingly right now. Frame rate was dropping off just a pinch. I see a tortoise butt. I know you guys can't see it. You guys can't see him. You guys can't see him. The camera won't brighten it. But right there's a tortoise butt. You guys can't see him. I'm sorry. Oh, so that was a tortoise butt aiming at us. Guess that's what he thinks about us, huh? Look at me, I won't even look at your head first. Here. Look at my rear end. It's an interesting one. It kind of goes down and curves in. Could be actually an exit too for the same one. Red shoulder hawk making all that noise. That's how I want to say some of these tortoises have been here for decades. It's a fairly small hole right there. Still active. Take a peek at this one. Depending on how they're designed, yeah, sometimes you can see further down into them than others. This time of the day, they're probably hunkering in because it is getting fairly warm. Yeah, it'll stay, nice and cool down in their dens. I can't tell. I mean, it just drops off into, hoping to at least catch one out of its hole. Running around. Maybe sometime here we'll come and set up the camera. Just see what happens. See if one of them less intrusive way to. We'll try that next time we come here. Look. There's one out of his hole right there. He's eating. He's gonna see us though in a minute. That's his hole right there to the left. So if he goes back to his hole, he's gonna have to run to the left. I think there's a hole to the right though too. He knows we're here. Get the still camera. Let's see what he does. I don't know if he's gonna go left or right. I'm sure he doesn't want us here. He acts like he doesn't even care. Sorry. He's really cute though. Hope he's on the run. He might actually come out here. You can say hi to us. Who knows? Hi, buddy. Oh, my bad, guys. Here. Look at a tortoise butt. Yeah, right at the end of the stream too. And there he goes. What's he gonna do? especially with their populations declining so quickly. All right. We'll back out of here. Let him or her go about their day, doing what gopher tortoises do. Yeah. All right. Back to the fence. Now, I at least had wanted to get at least one out of its hole on camera, you know, on the live stream, just to show you guys, you know, what they look like up close. Just kind of how they walk, how they act. You know, there's probably some more nests, you know, down that way. I've seen them before, but the majority tend to hang over here. Somebody's been messing around with this fence. Excuse me. Yeah, that whole side of the fence is all in by mosaic. I know I mentioned that earlier in the stream. Anybody home? Very well could be. Alright. Alright, why is the gimbal acting weird? Here we go. So this is a fairly cheap gimbal. So it does get temperamental. But in the meantime, it works for our purposes. Slowly make our way back towards the car in the parking lot. Beautiful day though. Yeah, it's not hot. No, not really. But I hope y'all enjoyed our nature hike today. This was like plan C or D on the list out of everywhere else to try. It was way too crowded for what I like, and really there's nowhere to park. Most of the places we tried earlier today. But, you know, this is still a really good place. Yeah, just fair warning. This one on. It's a nice hole. I'm sure somebody's down in there at the moment. And look how well carved out this one is. This one's really nice. That's one of the more well-defined gopher tortoise holes we have seen. And there's tons of them. You can see the tops of the dens on the other side of the trail too. Even just right here. And the camera's going to focus on the fences. But I got the phone on the charger and it's still dropping. I want to thank everybody so much for tuning into today's stream. Ideally, I'd like to start doing at least one stream every week, give or take. But we'll see how that goes. There's one right there. I don't know if, he just dove back in his hole. The hole right there, he had his head poked out. I didn't notice it until it was too late. It's okay. Again, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving the stream a like. Check out our previous streams and our other content here on the channel. You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok if you're interested in other things. I have been lacking on posting on some of the other social media accounts just because not really had much content to put up due to all the unforeseen circumstances in the last couple months. But we'll get back to regularly scheduled stuff, hopefully. Just got here, look at one or two more holes, then I'll let y'all go. He's out of his hole. This is the one that hissed at us right at the beginning of the stream. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We'll end today's stream by looking at this beautiful gopher tortoise here at the Lakeland Highlands scrub here just south of downtown Lakeland. Let's get a little closer. Hi, buddy. Think you'll hang on? Sorry about that. Alright guys, have a great rest of your day wherever you may be, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing these beautiful creatures here in Polk County.